Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you people doing here? Back again with another football video here. So it looks like it's official right now. Kylian Mbappe is going to be staying at PSG. He's not going to be going to Real Madrid. So I'm just wondering, PSG must have offered Mbappe a lot, and I mean a lot, to convince him to stay at the club, especially since I apparently read that they want to now make him where he can choose which player gets to come to PSG and all that stuff. So this is absolutely pretty crazy stuff. And look, man, you look at Mbappe here, PSG looks like that they have won the Mbappe transfer. I guess you could say a battle with Real Madrid, because obviously it looked like that it was inevitable that Mbappe was going to go to Madrid. But right now, I'm just wondering what convinced Kylian Mbappe to stay and change his mind. Because you look at Real Madrid, obviously I was expecting him to go to Madrid, because you look at Kylian Mbappe, Madrid, they were, I think, his childhood club. Mbappe always wanted to play for Madrid, but it looks like now that Kylian Mbappe had a complete change of heart. And in my honest opinion, I personally feel like that the reason why Mbappe doesn't want to go to Madrid is because I guess he wants to stay and continue winning at PSG. Now, obviously, him staying at PSG, it's obviously the Ligue 1. Obviously, it's a super easy league. PSG, they're probably going to dominate this league, because in Ligue 1, there's really no competition, while in La Liga, there is competition, especially with Lewandowski being linked to Barcelona. I think that the El Clasico matchups would have been really fun again to watch, in my honest opinion. Now, obviously, I personally feel like that Mbappe not going to Madrid, obviously, some people, of course, if you're a Madrid fan, then you're very upset by this. But listen, man, whether people like it or not, let's get one thing straight here. Football, at the end of the day, if a player gets offered more money to stay at their club, and if he gets offered all these extra bonuses and accommodations, then most likely they're going to stay. And I came to realize that this is how football is like in 2022. Players, they'll do anything, to, like, if they're offered a big check, then they'll probably take it. That's the way how football works nowadays, especially with the players wanting to secure that big bag. So I guess that Mbappe saw this as an excellent opportunity to secure that bag with PSG. So that's why I guess he made his decision to stay at PSG. And obviously, I think it's easy for people to criticize Mbappe, but let me ask you a question. You have to put yourself in Mbappe's shoes, because imagine if PSG offer you all these accommodations and all this money, and you realize that maybe that if you stay at the club and if you accept those, then it could change your life forever. And that's how I feel like about Mbappe staying at PSG is obviously, since they offer him the more money and, the more luxury, then, luxury, the more accommodations, then that's why, that's what I think convinced him to stay, because not going to lie, I was 99% certain also that Mbappe was going to go to Madrid. And, I personally think that while this would have given Madrid a lot of power, because let's be honest here, Mbappe going to Madrid, that would have made him a super OP club, especially for next season, with Benzema. Like, their front attack would have been arguably the most lethal front attack in Europe had this transfer gone through. But now it seems to me that right now for Real Madrid, they just came up short and empty-handed. So obviously, I can imagine right now that Mbappe, with him staying in Ligue 1, will this convince Messi and Neymar to stay at PSG or no? Because I've also been reading it in another report, and, when it comes to these reports here, I usually try to take them with a grain of salt, unless, of course, it's credible. Because let's be honest, when it comes to this whole transfer news saga, there are a lot of there are a lot of not credible sources. It's there's only like a very few credible football sources, that I personally trust. But obviously, if those credible football sources report on like transfer news, then of course I'll make a video on it, because it looks like that the transfer news is original and that it's actually true, and that it's not just like a lie and all that stuff, or just and that it's not just a clickbait and all that. But I generally think right now that by Mbappe staying at PSG, will this convince Messi and Neymar to stay at PSG too for another year or no? Because obviously, with PSG getting Messi last transfer, everybody thought that PSG were going to be locked and loaded and ready to compete for a Champions League title. But I guess that history has proven itself again that no matter which transfer PSG have, they still always fail to come up short of the Champions League. And I guess maybe part of me feels like that Mbappe still wants to like deliver a Champions League title to PSG, because obviously, you look at both PSG and Man City, both of them, being insanely rich clubs, they still haven't won a Champions League title. So I guess that in PSG's case, for example, Mbappe, he simply wants to just to deliver a title to PSG, because obviously his best chance came in 2020, but he couldn't deliver a title to PSG. So now I guess Mbappe maybe feels like that with all that accommodation PSG were offering him, and all that money they were offering him, and plus the fact that he still hasn't won a Champions League title with PSG. I guess maybe that's the reason why he still is staying at the club. Now, imagine if he had won a Champions League title with PSG, then part of me feels like that maybe he probably would have accepted already a move to the Bernabeu. But right now, it looks like that this transfer just completely came to a halt, with Madrid coming up short and empty-handed, while PSG, obviously, they still retain their crown jewel in Kylian Mbappe. Now, whether you like it or not, Kylian Mbappe, he's obviously important to that club. And right now, with Mbappe staying at PSG, I think that he's probably going to want to develop more there, since, let's be honest, Ligue 1, it's a way easier competition compared to the La Liga. And I feel like that maybe Mbappe just realized that with the level of competition in Ligue 1, that he can continue to develop into an even better world-class player. That's why I think Mbappe is choosing to stay at PSG. Now, obviously, there's probably going to be many different reasons why Mbappe wants to stay at PSG. And what I'm saying in this video is only like the tip of the iceberg, really. But I mean, this is just crazy, man. Mbappe staying at PSG, so this means that what's next for Real Madrid? Like, who are they going to go next after? Because obviously, Haaland, he was previously linked with Madrid, and, he went to City. Mbappe, heavily being linked with Madrid this past, year now? This past year and a half. And now, looks like that all this stuff, all this hype came to a complete halt. So, right now, man, all I can imagine is that if you are a Real Madrid supporter, then you're probably very upset right now and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, we're not the ones that can make a football player's decisions for them. I think that's what people need to realize, because obviously with Lewandowski, with me being a Bayern fan and Lewandowski going to Barca, am I kind of upset about this decision? Yes, but at the same time, you have to realize that this is football, and fans don't make a decision for the player. Only a player can make the decisions for himself, and I guess Mbappe just chose to make the decision for his own self, and it's going to be interesting to see how that whole thing is going to play out, with Mbappe staying at PSG 5 years from now on, whether there will be regrets over not going to Madrid, or whether he did the right choice by staying at PSG. I think that all of this stuff is going to, I think that the whole, the real answer will come out maybe in the next 3 to 5 years. So yeah, that's that. Mbappe is staying at PSG. So let me know, what do you think about this in the comment section below? And I'm wondering, what does this mean for players like Messi and Neymar? Because I've also read in the transfer news that apparently Di Maria could be on his way, that most likely he's probably going to be leaving PSG. So I guess this leaves PSG's front attack of Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi, if he's still going to stay at the club, even though obviously it looks to me that Messi could be on his way out of PSG, because I've read that he's been linked with Inter Miami, I think. I don't know. But man, this Mbappe transfer news just came to a complete halt. So yeah, I guess that's the video. See ya.